Today, I want to do an update to a video I did not too long ago covering the Root Rider Valkyrie 3 Overgrowth attack. This attack is super powerful and super easy to use. For us, we started using it when Skeens kind of came up with this version with 3 Overgrowth spells. A lot of people are using 2. We use 3 here in MadRam. I'm going to talk about why here today, but we are getting tons and tons of 3 stars using this. And guys, make sure you stick around because we're going to do some live Legends attacks, and I'm going to give you my thought process on this attack kind of as we go here. So let's start off with the heroes. The heroes are very important here. We're going to talk about all the combinations that go into this attack for your heroes, and then we'll talk about maybe some alternatives on equipment because I know not everyone's going to have max equipment. That's just the way things go. So starting with pets, the pets are pretty interesting on this because the king doesn't use Phoenix like you'd think. The Spirit Fox is on the Royal Champion. That's going to help protect her with the invisibility. We do have the Warden with Diggy that's going to help stun. Like, Diggy comes in clutch. We all know that. Unicorn on Queen, that's pretty standard. But one thing we do differently here is we don't run Phoenix on the king because the king isn't supposed to die in this attack. We run the Yak or Frosty on the king, either or. And I kind of switch between the two. Right now I'm using Yak because I appreciate that ability to get through some of those exterior walls with the Yak. So that's why I'm using Yak, but Frosty works just as well. So those are the 2 pets you really kind of want to focus on for the king. You can even go Poison Lizard, but again, Phoenix, we don't want the king to die, so Phoenix never gets activated. And I tried Angry Jelly. We don't want the king going into that much damage that early into the attack, so we don't go Angry Jelly either. Now let's talk equipment because this is very, very interesting. One very big combination we use for this attack here in MadRam that is kind of underrated in my opinion. Giant Gauntlet Vamp Stash. So like I mentioned, our goal is for the king to not die in this attack, and in order to do that, he needs some health recovery. That's where the Vamp Stash comes in. I mean, look at Skeens. He swags out his king's ability on this attack. So having that 300 healing per hit with the Vamp Stash is massive. This is something that a lot of people probably don't use and don't think about, but that 300 healing per hit is crazy good for the king. Now, this is probably one thing people aren't going to have maxed out, the Vamp Stash. It's kind of an underrated piece of equipment in my opinion. So you can get away with using the Rage Vial instead because a lot of people have that max. But if you are going to use Rage Vial, you might want to consider using Phoenix on your king, as your king may get taken out a little bit earlier in the raid. But for the longevity, you really want that Vamp Stash. Now on the queen, I'm using Frozen Arrow Invisibility Vial. I just love this combination a lot. I was kind of sleeping on the Frozen Arrow at first, but I think it's a little bit more valuable than the Archer Puppet as long as you get used to popping the queen before like she kind of gets too low. Like, I think the Frozen Arrow is the way to go here. But alternatively, if you don't have Frozen Arrow up, just go with the Archer Puppet. Archer Puppet is very, very solid. Invisibility Vial is a must on the queen. This for the Warden is a must in my opinion. We have Eternal Tome with the Healing Tome. When you're using Root Riders, that Healing Tome is massive. When you're using almost any attack, that Healing Tome is massive. I don't think that that's super replaceable. I think maybe you could use a Life Gem, if you maybe a Rage Gem, but I think you need to get Healing Tome and Eternal Tome. Like, that needs to be prioritized really tops if you don't have that up. And then finally on the Royal Champion, I just made a switch to this because I was using the Royal Gem with the Hog Puppet, but everyone kind of convinced me that we need to get on the Haste Vial with the Hog Puppet, and I kind of see it because the Haste Vial is going to allow her to kind of bail out of trouble spots. The Hog Puppet will make her invisible for 1 second, spawn those hogs to help her out. And my thing was, I'm not going to use the Haste Vial because then she gets ahead of the hogs. It's kind of counterproductive. But with that increased attack speed, 100% increased attack speed, this can help her shred through some defenses that are causing some problems. It can help her shred through some enemy heroes. It is actually really, really key to have that Haste Vial in there. Again, alternatively, if you don't have the Haste Vial up, go with what I was using, Royal Gem. It works fine. Trust me, it works perfectly fine. I'm kind of on board with the Haste Vial train though. Now let's quickly talk about the army. We got 10 of the Root Riders, 10 Valkyries, 1 Apprentice Warden. Now Skeens runs 2 Apprentice Wardens. I can only just 1 because I like 2 Headhunters in there and then just a little bit of cleanup. We are running 3 Overgrowths with 2 Rages, a Freeze spell, and then a Rage and Poison in the Clan Castle with 4 Super Hog Riders. And then I like to bring a Siege Barracks and a Log Launcher. The Log Launcher is going to counter those invis bases. The Siege Barracks is going to help us on most bases. So I keep like showing hints of the Skeens attack here in our last war against base number 1. because I think it's just a really good example of how to use this. So on these style bases, and these box bases like this, or these bases with the like town hall teaser over here, this attack is like flawless for these, and Skeens has perfected it. So let's show this off. Again, let's show off that hero equipment. We already talked about the hero equipment, but kind of just reinforcing what Skeens is using here. He's even on the haste vial train. But again, so what we're doing here, I guess not again, what we're doing here is our thought process is we're gonna set the funnel with our king and the barracks. We're gonna set our pathing over here. King's gonna go in, the barracks is gonna go in over here. Then we're gonna full send everything up the middle, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use our overgrowths to cut off the other funnel. So essentially our funnels are set here and here with the overgrowth. Now I like to set the overgrowth before I send the root riders in. Skeens does scheme things, and he went perfect in CWL, so who am I to judge? You know what I'm saying? But then he's gonna go ahead and send in that overgrowth and keep everything progressing through the base. He's really gotten this down, and it works really well. And it doesn't have to go in the corner or anything. It doesn't have to go way out here. Use that overgrowth to keep your troops where you want them. That's the whole point of this. When you're doing this attack, I want you to think of the base in terms of fractions. Now, not every single base is going to be this way, but most of the time, this is going to work out for us. And we'll see this when we do our live attacks. But look at what Skeens does here. A third of the base, it is going to be shut down with the overgrowth spells. So this top third of the base right in here, that's all cut out. That's going to be doing nothing. The other 2/3 of the base, that's where his troops are working here. He's going to allow these troops just to work up through the middle of the base here and just destroy this base. Okay, so that's what I want you to think about when you're using this. A third of the base we're going to shut off. We'll circle around to that. The other 2/3 is where we're focusing our power. So continuing on here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to poison the clan castle troops as they come out. Use that warden ability usually through the town hall. Now Skeens does his third overgrowth a little bit different than me. I like to revamp that first overgrowth for this exact reason. The hogs are going over there. I want the hogs with my main force, so when I bring my real champion in up top here, these hogs are going to be with her. So Skeens does it a little bit differently. He kind of uses it as needed, and sometimes he doesn't even really use it. Like right here, he's just going to shut down this little final compartment. But I like to kind of go back and refresh that first one. But again, Skeens went perfect in CWL and crushes with this attack, and he's really successful with it. I'm a little bit stubborn, so I like, I get stuck in my ways. You see, he's just swagging out, or not swagging out, but he has tons of stuff left over here, swagging a king ability. That's how we're going to use this attack, okay? So let's hop in and let's try some live attacks with this. Okay, so this base gives me the most fits. So usually what we're trying to do is we're trying to cut a third of the base off. But this is like the worst example of it for our first attack of the day, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to work in here. We are going to start to cut off the base, but we're going to switch to our log launcher, and we're going to start with our king over here. So we're going to put king in with a couple root riders, a couple Valkyries, and then we're going to come over here and we're going to overgrowth kind of this whole side and just start working up the middle of this base. Let's go ahead and put that in there, and then let's start working. Let's go ahead and get this log launcher up the middle, and then let's get everything pushing towards the core of this base. Now we need this invis to go off early, which it does, and then we need to kind of just let everything work through here. Queen should come join the party here momentarily. Let's go ahead and go like this, and then we're going to overgrowth right here to push everything. Oh no, I just used all the rages. We need to overgrowth over here to push everything to the town hall. We messed up a little bit here. Oh, sometimes commentating attacks, man, it's too much. Commentating and trying to like execute, sometimes it's too much. Am I making up excuses? A little bit, but it is a real problem of YouTubers. I think we're still okay here, but we're gonna have some problems in this back little section right here. Oh, we're gonna have some problems right here. Ah, dang it. All right, so we already messed it up. Let's see if we can recover, though. I mean, our fundamentals are still there. We still have king. We still have queen up in here. We're still pretty decent. Queen's on the outside here with the RC. I think we're okay. We just got to get king kind of to work through here. We got RC and queen to work through here. If we can keep this RC alive a little bit longer, that'd be great. Okay, fantastic. We get her through there. Yeah, I think we're good. So this, not the best example. We'll fix the next one. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and hit that haste vial to get the RC through some of these defenses here. Also, get that invisibility tower down. That's really clutch. Let's go ahead and let's hit king ability here, and he'll work through there. We do have queen with ability, and she'll go over, and she should be able to finish off the rest of the space. King, where are you going? Are you going to get in there, king? King is just doing things the hard way, I guess. All right, I thought he would beat through the wall and actually hit the archer tower through the wall, but he'll eventually get through there. Go and throw this stuff in, and then like I said, we have queen with ability. Should be able to finish off the rest here. Hopefully finish off the rest. Go, queen, go. All right, and there we go. Okay, not the best example, but we still 3-star with a hot mess. We swagged out 2 rages there. Stick with me here, guys. Stick with me. All right, but even with the hot mess, we did really, really well. Now, this base is a little bit annoying. And honestly, like, if you're facing this base in war, just use a kicker barbarian and just kick this multi-archer tower, and it'll activate the invis, and then you don't have to worry about it. Just a little trick there. But on this one, we are actually going to use the barracks here. So we're going to start off with our king and the barracks. Be aware of the single because it can be a little bit of a problem. I actually like to use a root rider out in front here. So we'll put that root rider, we'll put the king, we'll put the barracks, and then we're just going to overgrowth right over here. So we're going to overgrowth right over there, and we're going to just get everything kind of working through here. Use a couple Valkyries and make sure you kind of funnel everything in where it needs to be. Let's go ahead and let's freeze that single. Like I said, that single can be a problem. We'll go ahead and we'll freeze that to get that out of there. And basically all of our overgrowths are going to be used on that one compartment right there. We're really focusing on getting that compartment under control. That warden ability, although we could probably get away with no warden ability there, to be honest with you. Go ahead and send in the poison right through there. And then we're just going to let everything work in. Now, on this one, I think it's really key to wait on the Royal Champion until that invisibility tower goes off in this compartment. So once that invisibility tower goes off in this compartment, we will put in our Royal Champion right in here to work through. Be ready on the overgrowth back here on this compartment again. Essentially, we just want to keep this compartment shut down throughout the whole attack. So once this one's coming up, we're going to go ahead and shut it right back down. All right, we just don't want to deal with that compartment. We just don't want it. We don't want it. Now, king and everything's working through the top side. Let's go ahead and throw in a little bit of support for the king and just kind of get all this stuff working in there. And then all we're going to have to deal with is this last compartment. This is a really annoying base, but once you figure out how to 3-star it, which I don't remember the last time I missed, and I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to brag with any of my attacks here because I do miss. I miss more than I'd like to admit. But if you can counter those misses with a lot of 3-stars, you'll be fine. You see what I'm saying here? So the invisibility will go off there, but in the meantime, they're going to break through the wall. They'll be really good. We can go ahead and hit the haste vial, hit the hog puppet for the Royal Champion, and just work through this final compartment. All right? We can hit the king ability. We can just deal extra damage with the splash. And that's how we're going to crush that base. That base is super easy for me. When I see it, I'm like, that better be a 3-star. That better be a 3-star. All right, going back out. Okay, so we get one of those bases we're really looking forward to, right? Now, sometimes you can kind of go across this base. I know, like, Posty's been doing that, and he'll kind of, like, overgrowth and just kind of work the roots through the town hall that way. But I like to do kind of what we saw Skeens do earlier in the video. We're going to go king with the barracks over here, if I can get the things in. And then we're going to kind of overgrowth right in here and just full send right up the middle here, guys, all right? Now, I like to kind of work that outside funnel a little bit extra just because I've had my queen walk on me too much, and it really makes me mad when that happens. So I like to kind of just put a little bit extra in there. And one thing you can do is you can kind of bring that other overgrowth kind of just in a little bit further than you think you need it, just to kind of overcompensate and push everything where you want it. Ooh, king is getting ate alive by the single. Let's try to keep the king alive. Again, remember, our goal is to keep the king alive. So if we can do that, that'll be great. Let's go ahead and refresh the overgrowth over here. All right, we're positive. We're working through here. Once we get the hogs out, that's when I'm starting to look and see where am I putting in the Royal Champion. I'm going to put her from this top side so we can protect the king just a little bit here and just try to keep him alive. Now we get everything pushing through the middle here. King took a little bit of unnecessary damage. We do have the enemy king through here, but this is one spot where like that haste vial could come in if we need it. That's something to keep in mind, but we'll go ahead and we'll work through there. That headhunter was just a little bit early, but the 2 headhunter combo here might be enough to kind of work this king out. All right, we get access to this final compartment. We have queen with ability. Let's pop that ability. One thing when you're using that frozen arrow is keep an eye on that queen. You don't want to lose your queen through ability because remember, she doesn't get that health recovery. Yeah, everything's back on track, and look at that. Our king is almost back up to full health. That's what you're looking for, guys. That's why we're running the Vamp Stash. Yeah, it's crazy. It's disgustingly good. I know Vamp Stash doesn't, like, I think people are coming around to it, but it wasn't like one of the most like hyped up pieces of equipment when it first came out, but it should have been, man. It is so good. Let's go ahead and run the haste valve through here so we can just run through and crush this base in 2 minutes. And that's what you're looking at, guys. That's what you're looking at. We are doing really well with this today. Again, you know, not every day is like this for me. I'm not going to pretend like I 3-star every single base, but so far we're doing really well, and it's good because I'm trying to teach you guys and help you guys get better. All right, so let's keep it up with the live attacks. Ooh. Oh, this is tricky. This is tricky. So we can approach this one a couple of different ways. We could actually use the 3 overgrowths and completely shut down this compartment, or we can stick to our fundamentals. Yeah, let's stick to our fundamentals and just work through this base. Okay, let's stick to the fundamentals. I think we're gonna go in queenside here, and then what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna use a log launcher on this one instead. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna start off, we're gonna kind of go away from that CC. So we're gonna go with the king and a couple of roots right here with a couple of Valkyries, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're overgrowth in here. You can see me hesitating a little bit because I'm kind of questioning my decisions. Just full transparency, kind of questioning everything going on in this attack. Let's go ahead and let's just freeze through here. Let's get this stuff in. Why is that stuff in? And then let's go ahead and let's progress the overgrowth through the base a little bit here. Okay, nice. We get the invis to go off. That's what we're looking for, and then we want it to come back up now. Okay, perfect. And then what we can do is we can rage, and then as they're taking too much damage, we can warden ability. If I can press things, let's redo that so the queen will actually be a little bit protected through there. King's fine. We do have that single locking onto stuff. That doesn't make me feel great. Let's bring an RC from over here, and then maybe the hogs out of the playing castle will help her out a little bit. Okay, we're looking okay. We got enemy king through there. We got RC working. Where do we have for the rage? Our king is just kind of working there. Let's just rage here, I guess. I don't love it. King's gonna go down. That's not ideal. Yeah, see, like, oh, I was second guessing myself a lot on this one. Could you tell? I feel like you could tell I was second guessing myself. I could tell. All right, let's stick with it though. I mean, let's not give up. No need to give up. I was trying to get, like, my thought process was that I was going to go in over here with the king, but then I saw the CC over there and I was like, oh crap, I probably shouldn't do that. But I was kind of committed, so I couldn't really change off of it too much. So that's kind of why I hesitated there. Let's see if we can still get through here though. We got a ton of troops. I think we're fine. Even when you have hesitation and second out, it's like this attack will bail you out more times than not. I probably don't deserve bailed out. I probably don't deserve a 3-star here, but guess what, guys? This attack's so good that if we stick kind of to our fundamentals, kind of execute decently, we're kind of going to get 3 stars. Yeah, and it's another 2-minute 3-star at that. It's crazy. I thought we were missing on that one. I genuinely thought we were missing on that one, but that haste val came in handy there. That was a really nice kind of recovery there. It's not always pretty, but we can recover. All right, so we're halfway done with our attacks. Let's keep going, guys. We've gotten lucky probably twice here. All right, I just hit this base in war not long ago. So one thing I like to do is kind of identify where things are. So Mono's in the middle with the eagle and all that stuff. CC's over here. I don't mind going to the CC late, but also keep an eye on where the enemy heroes are. So I think what we can do is we can kind of go right at this queen and then just kind of push through the middle of this base. Yeah, I think that would be good. These storages will probably actually work for us a little bit. Should be fine here. Let's go ahead and let's go like this. And let's go like this. Let's go like this. And then let's go ahead and let's OG over here. Then let's full send right on through here. Now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to bring the roots back a little bit on this one. We'll do that with an overgrowth over here, okay? So what we'll do is we'll kind of keep the overgrowths working, but we're going to overgrowth right in here to push these root riders right up to the middle. I'm actually going to go ahead and freeze that as well. Then we're going to re-overgrowth this section right here. We're going to go ahead and rage through here, and we will warden ability here as well. Okay, warden ability. Oh, crap. Pressing the wrong buttons. That's fine. That's fine. We're good here. Not last rage. Rage goes down through there. Okay, we will have to engage the clan castle troops, but we're kind of waiting for stuff to engage this king here. Yeah, that way we can go ahead and put in RC, and then we can kind of work through there. There's the clan castle troops. Not a big deal. We still have one rage. Our hogs went to the right. That's the left. We're on the right. That's the only downside of using the wall wrecker or log launcher instead. Is because we push through there and we get all this kind of stuff. Let's rage the queen here and see if we can get her to get a little bit extra before she gets taken out. Yeah, that was actually, I think, a really good rage decision. I should have popped her ability instead of letting her auto ability, but it's okay. We're fine. We'll get through here. We actually hit this in war with my Town Hall 15 V16, and we got it with a super archer blimp into root riders because we were able to super archer blimp the whole core. It's just nasty. That was fun. That was fun. But we're gonna get through here. A little bit dicey, right? But these bases are annoying. These bases are a pain. But if you know how to attack them, and that's why I want to do live Legends attacks, so I could show you guys how I attack some of these bases that you're gonna see in Legends, because you know I'm like 50. I think I started the day 5,700. When you're in this range, you're gonna see these types of bases. So That's why I want to do these live attacks. We're 5 for 5 so far. We're getting a little bit lucky. All right, so we see this base, and this is favorable to us. Double poison tower in there. It's not too bad. This kind of reminds me of the latest challenge level. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this one. We're just going to stick to our fundamentals here. So we're going to switch to barracks. Our cutoff is this third over here, and we're going to go right up the middle. I'm ideally trying to get this bow, archer tower, like kind of all of those defenses cut off with my first overgrowth, just for the record. And then one thing you can do is you can also send in a root rider just to kind of open that up if you need. I know there's a hole in there, but if I can just kind of slide in there a little bit easier. We missed a little bit there. But that's okay. But if we could just slide the king in there a little bit easier, that's going to be fine. All right, so that's kind of just, again, thought process here, guys. All about the thought process and trying to help you guys. Now, I'm going to put this one a little bit more central. That way we can try to push it in. We're going to go ahead and hit Warden ability. I'm going to freeze. I like to freeze mono and the CC at the same time sometimes. And then keep an eye on the clock. So our clock is almost at 2:30. That mono or that overgrowth is going to be coming off, so we're going to go ahead and just put down the next one. Hogs are coming out of the playing castle. I'm going to go ahead and put her in with the king right through here, and then once this once these guys kind of come out, we'll just keep the rages working. We do have king up top, so I'm going to go ahead and send in the 2 headhunters as well, because everything's going to get there early, and then when with the rages, we should be pretty good through there. Nice. Do the headhunters get through there though? That's the question. Keep an eye on this queen because she's in a high damage area. I think she's okay, but if we can kind of bait out that RC and get that RC, that'd be fantastic too. I don't think we're going to. Let's go ahead and pop queen ability and then just kind of let her work through here. Okay, we got stuff working through there. Put in a little bit of cleanup up top. All right, queen, get the Rico. That would ricochet cannon. That would be great. I realized after I said Rico that sounded really weird. Getting that ricochet cannon would be really nice. We missed it, but that's okay. But look, there's not much left. I know it seems weird, like circling back if you've never used this, but trust me, that's what you want. Now all we have is just this little line of defenses, and we still have some root riders. We still have the RC with ability. We still have king with ability. We're looking really good. And this is where that the haste with the RC comes in handy, because now we can just power through this enemy RC really, really quickly here. So look at this. She's going to power through there, get that down. Actually, she's working on the skeletons. But now she'll power through that enemy RC. Not an issue. You see, that's why that's so important there. And that's why I decided to make that switch. I didn't want to make the switch. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was ridiculous. But that's why that switch is important, switching over to the haste vial. I think a lot of people are using the haste vial with the hogs right now. So it is a pretty nice little change. This one is a little bit closer, but we're still fine. We still have king ability. We didn't use our king ability. We're nice there, guys. We're really nice. We're 6 for 6. Let's go. All right, here we go, guys. Ooh. Okay, this is interesting. But this is one like where I would like consider maybe going with a log launcher or doing this and doing that. No, we're gonna stick to our fundamentals. This is essentially one of those bases where the town hall is over here. We're gonna cut off a third of the base. We're gonna go right up the middle, okay? Now, look for pathing here. And honestly, I think going at the eagle makes the most sense. But look, like right through here, we're going to go through this compartment, through the town hall. So let's go ahead and let's set in our king. Let's go with the barracks there. Let's cut off this whole compartment here. And then let's go ahead and send right in through here. All right, good. Positive. Get this all working through here. Get this working here. All right, good. We are solid. Yeah, this is what we're looking for, man. This is what we're looking for. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll send in the rage. Go ahead and send in the next overgrowth here. And freeze here if needed, which we will. All right, positive. Let's go ahead and hit this. Ooh, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit Warden a little bit early here. Okay, nice. And then let's re-overgrowth back here. Rage here. And I think we're actually gonna rage here also. So double rage action right there. And we're gonna go ahead and send in the headhunter here for the king. And then we'll send in RC from the top side right here. And let's see if we can get through it. It's a little bit risky going this way because we kind of went with a longer approach on it. But I think getting to eagle and mono was kind of huge, so that's kind of why I decided to do that. Work through here. Not kind of why. That's exactly why I decided. Oh, again, the whole point of doing this, the live attacks portion of this video, I know it's going to be a long video, I'm aware. But the whole point of this is to like kind of give you my thought process, let you know exactly what I'm thinking on this. We'll go ahead and we'll pop queen to get through this single here. We do have RC will actually help out getting through these enemy heroes over here. Okay, all right. Actually, queen's gonna just solo these heroes. Queen's gonna solo these heroes. I think we're looking fine. Okay, queen's got both of the heroes down. We got RC with ability still. We got king working. He's gonna follow through. We did lose our fox, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and let's just let her kind of auto ability here. Whenever she auto abilities, that's fine. Because we'll just let her just surge forward. Again, that surge is sketchy. I know it is, but we'll push through there. See, that's an instance where the surge forward kind of hurt us because she went into the ricochet cannon and all that kind of stuff. But I think with King ability here, we're gonna be real fine. If we could get Warden to get out of here, that would be great. So like Warden come back and go where he should. Ooh, we might miss here. I don't know. A lot of damage. I don't know. I really wanted to go at this base from this side. Maybe we could have went cross corner side. I don't know. Let's let King work. He's going to heal, and he has a little bit of healing from the Unicorn. And then remember, with the Giant Gauntlet, he's going to get that damage reduction. So that's why that's so key. So let's let him work through here. And if we can get through this mortar and then hit his ability, that would be perfect. Again, another little close one. But guess what, guys? We're going to get it. We're going to get another 3-star. That's all we got to do. That's all we got to do. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Came down to the wire. But a 3-star's a 3-star, you know? That's all I'm saying. All right. I'm not looking like a fool in the video, too. So that's also really good. Nice. King works up really good there. We get another 3-star. We got one more attack. All right. Final attack of the day. Ooh. Okay. See, this tempts me to go right in here, but with all the heavy damage kind of in here, I think going at the side is actually the better play. I think going at the side and overgrowthing through the top is actually the play here. The King might be a little bit dicey. That's okay. We don't mind that. Let's put the King in through here. Okay, and then we'll overgrowth right in here. Ugh, I don't like this overgrowth. We're gonna overgrowth right in there. Then let's go ahead and let's push through here. Get the King working in. All this in here. Very nice. I should push the King inside with everything. Send in a Headhunter here for the RC. And then we'll go ahead and we'll get ready to overgrowth through here. Should be pretty good here. Let's overgrowth, try to get before that poison goes off. Alright, nice. And then we'll be ready to re-overgrowth. And we can kind of progress that re-overgrowth since we're kind of moving through the base. So go ahead and hit through there. Go ahead and we'll RC here. Perfect. Working through. Looking good. Get through that Ice Golem. King's backtracking a little bit because things weren't open for him. Go ahead and send that in. Oh wait, we probably should have saved that Headhunter. That's okay. That's okay. We got Ice Golem, we got stuff working here. This Rocket Loon is a little bit annoying. Okay. Fine-ish. We're gonna have, actually no, Queen's fine. Let's pop King ability just to get him a little bit of healing back. And throw this in over here. Alright, we do have a freeze. Actually, let's freeze this King right here. I didn't really know where to freeze there, but we decided to freeze the King. Took our RC ability. I'm feeling pretty good about it, to be honest with you. I feel like this is one where you could definitely get baited into going like eagle side or the bottom side, and you'll end up regretting it. I think like going through like on this side where we have, you know, we have the ricochet cannons, we have those multi-arch towers. I think like being able to cut off a lot of that damage and then kind of just work to it like we did is really, really massive. And then check it out, guys. We get a nice little 3-star. Not bad. Less than 2 minutes also. Look at all that swag left over. See? We made the right adjustments there. Again, just helping you guys with the thought process. But the really cool thing is we got a plus 320. We got a perfect day. We are sitting at 5829. That's pretty nice. Now this base, I was a little bit lower yesterday. But this base is pretty nuts. And that defense, we still have one to take. That defense, I'm not counting that defense because it's someone dropping. They literally just dropped their queen and then ended the attack. But we held pretty well throughout. I got this base from Hippa's LC. He's a streamer on Twitch. A really great streamer. If you like me, you'll like him. But I don't want to give out the link yet until I ask him and get his permission. But hopefully this video will help you out with this army. That's the whole point, is trying to teach you and help you guys get better so you can get more 3-stars and climb Legends League. CWL is right around the corner. This attack has carried Mad Ram quite a bit. But again, just a little bit of a refresher. I know we just did this video, but I just wanted to kind of update it since I've been playing with more. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And if you watch the full video, write the word Clippers down there in the comment section. You guys have a great day. Keep on clash bashing.